Hello, this is a video on how to fix your PSP's stick drift. This is a video for if you don't want to pay for a new joystick and wait a week or however long it takes to get there and you want to just start playing games straight away. This is a fix for PSP, works for PS Vita as well because they are the same joystick. So you want to come into internet browser, check just how bad your drift is, see which way it isn't going. My one's fine at the moment, but you can come into the system settings and you go down to system information and you can turn the joystick clockwise 20 times to calibrate it, I found out. But when my one was broken, it wasn't working. The calibration wouldn't fix the joystick. And once I'd do that, I'd come back in here and I would still have crazy stick drift. So I'll show you guys how to fix that. You want to turn your PSP off, take out the battery, and you will have 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. You'll probably have 2 on the top and 2 here as well. So go ahead and take all those out to be able to take the faceplate off. Once you have all the screws off, take off your faceplate. This is the connection for your joystick, and this is your actual joystick here. So you've got the silver casing and a couple screws. What you want to do is you want to take these screws off. Once you have those screws off, the joystick will pop out, just like that. This is the joystick. This metal bit here can come off. Just remember how it went on. It shouldn't matter as long as, well, I mean, it's got these clips here that it goes onto, and you want to lift these clips here, and then this metal plate will come off. Put that aside, and you've got this chip here. What you want to do is take this chip off. Hang on. So this is when you will know if your thing is completely wrecked. Well, you'll see what the fix is. Very easy. This lifts right up. Why is it not fixing? This lifts up. You can take it off. Now on the other side of it is the circuit. And you can see the black lines on it. And here, this is what will break every time. Sometimes these little copper tips, you can see they're 2 little prongs. They can move. When I opened this up the first time, the white one here, these were off to the side. Now what you want to do is straighten up these copper prongs as good as you can. And when you open this up, if you have bad stick drift, this part here will probably be completely off. Now they move in there loosely. You've got 2 of these and 1 of these metal bits right there just to hold them in, and then that's the actual joystick there in the middle. You want to get that there and be very careful to make sure that it's straight. You can't fit a whole lot of stuff in here to try and make sure it stays, and you just want to be careful getting this top back on, because if this moves at all from being parallel with these 2 sides, if it goes on an angle, which it probably will be when you've opened it up, that's what causes the stick drift. So make sure they're pushed all the way down and this little circle is coming up as much as it can. You want to get the circuit again and make sure that these 2 sides with the black lines there, I guess you could almost call that an arrow. Make sure when you flip that, the arrow is touching your circuits. And these 4 things here, it will just go back on. When I tried to push it back on, I had to cut out one of the circles just so it fit flush. You want to make sure it gets on there flush. And be very careful putting this back on, because any movements you do to the analog stick inside will cause it to drift again. So make sure you get all the clips on tight, and when you put this back in it should be fixed. So get your faceplate, put that back in, wrong way, screw that back in, and when you're screwing them back in, make sure you don't screw them in too tight. You don't want them to be loose, but you don't want to overturn any of the threads or pull it in too far. That could mess with the connection. And then once you've got the system turned back on, go back into the internet or whatever game you were playing, you're getting lots of drift on, and check and see that it is fixed and you don't have to buy a new joystick, and you can keep on playing games. Share this to any friends with PSP or Psvita with joystick drift, and this is how you fix it. I haven't seen any videos of this anywhere else, and everyone is just like, oh, just get a replacement, but I don't want to wait 2 weeks for anything to show up in the mail. So now I can play Tony Hawk's. Thank you guys for watching.